Hi, I'm Miss Angie at the Portage Public Library. Thanks for joining me for Crafts Plus for 3rd through 5th grade. This month we are making a Salt Shaker Snowman. There's a lot of steps involved, so let's get started. All right, let me first of all start out with showing you what's in your bag. You will have a small container of tacky glue, which before you use it, you're going to need to get a scissor and cut this top piece off so that it will work. You will have a salt shaker, and you will have a container full of all the pieces we're going to need to make the snowman. So let's get started. So this is our finished snowman. So you can see that there is something inside of him, which is the tool. There are 3 buttons that we're going to be putting on the front of the jar. There's a piece of fabric that you'll use for the scarf. There are some push pins for the eyes and the mouth, and a piece of toothpick colored orange for his nose. The lid of the salt shaker becomes his hat, and then you'll have a pom-pom in there to put on the top of the hat. So the first thing we are going to do is grab our bottle, grab our piece of tulle, and we are going to need to put all of that into the bottle. So we're going to shove all of the tulle into the bottle. All right, put that in there. All right, so now the next step in your kit, you're going to notice that there are some glue dots. And I've layered them all together, but they should be simple to pull apart. So if we pull this one off, I don't know if you can see, there's a circle on there that's sticky. So I'm going to grab my buttons, and you should have a small, a medium, and a large. And I put them on in that order, but you sure can put them on however you would like. So I'm going to take my large button, and you take the glue dot, you press it on, and then you're going to peel off the paper. And sometimes you have to kind of hold down the glue dot with your finger, but most of it will end up on the back of your button. And then you can press that onto the body. And we are going to repeat that with the next 2 buttons. Now you could use your tacky glue for this if you want. It's just going to take a lot longer to dry. Or if you're lucky enough that you have a hot glue gun at home and you have someone that will help you use it, you can use that to attach your buttons. Okay, so now we have one more button. Gotta get my pieces apart. All right. So it's pretty easy to use. You just want to make sure your glue dot's secure on the back. And then you gotta pull it off. Okay, so we'll stick that one on. Okay, so now we're done with this part for now. We can just move that to the side. So next part we are going to work on is his face. So I put his hat on to the side. You're gonna need to decide how you're gonna position his hat. If you're just gonna put it straight on top of his head, on the back of his head, to the side, because that's going to determine where you're going to put the push pins and the toothpick for the face. So now these push pins are sharp, and in your kit they're actually pushed into this fabric so that you don't poke yourself. But I'm going to put his eyes in, and you can put them in wherever you'd like. They can be close together, they can be far apart. Then I'm going to put his nose in. Now his nose, again, you can be creative. It can go in at an angle, it can go straight. I'm gonna try to put it in at an angle. And if for any reason the nose doesn't seem secure, you can use your tacky glue. Put a little blob of glue on the end before you push it in, and it will help secure it. But I think for the most part, it's pretty stable. Okay, so now we're gonna give him his mouth. And if you don't wanna use all 5 push pins, you do not have to. Again, like I always say, you can be creative. Okay, wow, I'm not really digging his eyes, so I'm gonna move that one back up. All right, so I think that's pretty decent for his face. So the next step is going to be, you need to glue the head onto the top of the bottle. So you'll take your tacky glue, you'll put a bead all around, be kind of generous because you're going to want to make sure that the foam ball attaches into that glue. So you would set it on there. Now, this is the part where you're going to have some patience because this is going to need to dry before you can put the hat on. So you're gonna need to assemble it. You maybe need to go away, maybe read a book, do something else while you wait. And then once it's dry, you'll come back and we will complete the next step. So before we glue on the hat, I'm going to attach my pom-pom. And you should have enough glue dots to do that. Or you can use your tacky glue or a hot glue gun. And I think I'm gonna attach the glue dot on top of the lid here. Okay. All right, so you can see the glue dot. I'm gonna take my red pom-pom. I'm gonna smash it on there so that it holds onto the glue. And then you can see it's on top of the hat. All right, so then the step after the head has dried, you need to attach his hat. And remember earlier I said you need to decide how you're gonna put the hat on this guy? Okay, so again, lots of glue all around the hat. Position it onto the head however you want. Now, you might need to hold it there for a while until it starts to dry. Or if it's at an angle, you might need to lean your jar against something so that it's on there a little straighter so it will stay on while it dries. So again, we have to be patient and let it dry. Again, read a book while you wait till it dries. The final step, once all of that is dry, is putting on the scarf. So let me take off this one so you can see the head is glued on, the hat's glued on, and basically this is his neck that we're just trying to cover up with the scarf. And you can tie this on however you like. You could try it a few different ways. I just kind of tied it like a knot and another little knot, but you might know some more creative ways to attach this. All right, so then when you're all finished, you have a really cool decoration for winter. You can put around your house. It would make a great gift to give to someone. I hope you enjoyed this craft. I think it's really interesting and fun to use different materials that you don't normally use when you make crafts, like salt shakers. So you can always let me know if you enjoyed it. You can send me an email at Angie@portagelibrary.us. You can post it on our Facebook page, and I hope you guys have a happy December.